All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to say, Call Halal Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua Ba'ashim Rekha HaKodash. And double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who taught us the truth and rule well. And Shalom to the hopeful elect. Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua Ba'ashim Rekha HaKodash Barakatam. It's the brother Kazak coming back at it again with another lesson. All right, and let me just turn this off. And the title of this lesson is going to be Metropolis, the woman shall encompass the man. All right. And we're going to be breaking down, the word metropolis. You know what I'm saying? There's something through spirit because the last lesson I did, we kind of went into the word metropolis. All right. So ultimately, this lesson comes, by way of this, I got the inspiration to do this lesson from this video clip you see here where it's obviously, a female, young female at that, a young woman at that. And, she basically is online, bragging how she built a construction company. Now one thing about this act, as this new age, people would see this as a good thing, primarily these feminists, really it's out of order, man. All right. And that's the truth. Okay. Because a woman, especially a young woman, all right, has no business being around men and usurping authority over men. Okay. You got no business doing that, man. They belong in the house. They belong to, they belong in the house. All right. Their place is to, raise up the children and tend to the house, and be a helpmate for the man. All right. And really, when you look at it, man, she dressed in that fashion of clothing. Meanwhile, everybody else, wearing Salaki. Hold on, man. Man, come on, man. Man, I got to get back into this thing, man. Hold on, man. I didn't save it to the list, man. All right, Salakia, man. So where was I? All right, so, meanwhile, she got this fashion of clothing while everybody else is wearing working attire. She basically, boasting like she the boss. Like these guys answer to her. She's just the big boss. And if you look around, it's primarily Northern Kingdom, man. Northern Kingdom, you know what I'm saying? They busting her ass. And she looked like a Northern Kingdom too. She got the tan, she got the features of a Northern Kingdom woman. Plus she's in California, so the indicators are there. You know what I'm saying? This is really how, the Eve, all right, this is really how the so-called, it's like how the Israelite woman, the so-called Black, Latina, Native American woman, wants to do the men. Let this be an example. All right. Let this be an example as well of what not to be, man. Because how is it that a female, all right, she probably even picked up a piece of plank in her life. Okay, but she over here calling shots. Just leaning on the wall calling shots. These type of jobs, all right, it's a spirit that comes with these type of jobs, man. These hardworking blue collar jobs, so to speak. All right, in order to be in that position, to be able to call shots, you have to have busted your ass. Okay, you have to have, you know what I'm saying, been put in the work. Build up houses, have experience in doing these things. But this chick, man, who knows how she, and people are saying this is a scam. You know what I'm saying? But you got other people, saying that they, other women saying that they doing the same thing. You got this one right here. Yeah, I did the same thing. This one talking about, seems easy peasy, right? Currently working with contractors now on a flip. Right. So she's working, she's managing. That's all they doing, man. They want to usurp authority and you know what I'm saying? Be the shot callers from being in the desk managing and filling out paperwork, man. This is this is like a slap in the face, primarily to the tribe of Issachar, man. You so-called Mexicans, how could you allow this to happen? How could you allow this to happen, man? This is just terrible. All you so-called Mexicans, all right, that allow this type of stuff to happen, that I don't know, you get some type of you get some type of turn on, or you got some type of fetish, for women in positions of power, especially in the fighting game, not to switch the subject. You got dudes that, have some type of fetish for masculine ass Amazonian fighting women. And they completely support that, man. That's completely off, man. All you dudes are gonna be destroyed, man. Straight up, man. I don't know what type of dude thinks he could just go to a job, all right, and allow this type of stuff to happen. You know, hey, maybe they down on their luck. You know, maybe the pay is good. I don't know, man. You know, but this is you know what I'm saying. This is a new thing. You know, this is crazy, man. This is wild. You know, and she getting all the support. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. This also opens up another, on a side note as well. Before I get into the scriptures, this also opens up another avenue of judgment. You know, a young broad like that around a whole bunch of men. Yeah, use your mind. All right. But anyways, let's get into the scriptures. All right. Or matter of fact, let's go into the words, man. Let's go into the words. All right. Metropolis. Let's go into the dermatology. No. What's it called? Root word. Etymology. There we go. Or actually, it's right there. Okay. So let's go into the word metropolis. What does it mean when you break it down? All right. The noun metropolis comes from the Greek roots meter, all right, meaning mother, and polis, meaning city. So basically, it means mother city. Okay. But even though, it is not necessarily defined as that, all right, words carry vibrations. Okay. And when you look at it, it came from the Greeks. Those are Edomites, man. Those are heathens. All right. Those are heathens who made them words, man. Our true language is the Lashawan Kodash, the Paleo Hebrew, Salakia. All right. The Paleo Hebrew is our true original language, and the Paleo Hebrew is a very masculine language. All right. It's a very, very masculine language. Hey, man, it's a dope language. And rightly so, because it's ours. All right. But this is the Greek. Okay. This is heathenistic. This is a heathenistic language. So much so that as it is written. It was better to eat pork than to speak Greek. Or eating pork was likened unto speaking Greek, something along the lines of that. Roughly paraphrasing. All right, and rightly so. Okay, because these words, they carry a vibration. Mother city. Right, that's what it roughly means when you break the word down. And what do we have here? We have a society. All right, these cities in Babylon, they're also referred to as Mother City. We did a lesson yesterday. All right, with what's that city called? Tolosa, the futuristic city of some ex-Walmart CEO. Right, what they call it, a metropolis. Okay, so the cities in Babylon, all right, are also known as metropolis. Okay, and as a result, due to the vibrations, we live in a society where what? It caters to the women. All right. It caters to a woman. Here's a girl could be in an office, manage, fill out paperwork, right? And in some way, somehow, she gonna rise to the top and call the shots in the field, man. No, man. That's not that's not it, man. All right. Even if she was in the office, it's still not her place, man. Okay, her place is in the home, taking care of the children and taking care of the household, man. While the man goes out there and makes the bread. Okay, that's the true order of things, man. All right, but because we live in a metropolis, all right, that's why we call this place a queendom. Okay, it's not a kingdom, it's a queendom. All right, stuff like this is happening. Okay, stuff like this is happening. How I built a construction company. Yeah, she surely built it, all right. So let's go into, we already went into that. All right, so let's go. It's another one. Yeah, there we go. Isaiah chapter 3 and 12. All right. All right, Salakio. All right, so the book of Isaiah chapter 3, just looking at where to start, I'm going to start at verse 10 through the Spirit. Okay, what does it say? Say ye to the righteous. All right, the righteous is talking about, the children of Israel, but primarily also, narrowing it down to the elect. Okay, the elect of the nation of Israel, the 1/3 remnant. all right, which is the elect and the remnant that's going to be delivered out of here, all right, the innumerable multitude, okay, of you so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, you Israelite foreigners too, because hey, you gonna have so-called white people, right, so-called white people, all right, that don't go back to Esau, that don't go back to Edom, okay, or any other nation for that matter, all right, and not just even these other nations too, man. That even it's like not these other nations, but even people that look like the other nations too, man. That they gonna look at this and it's gonna irk their spirit. Why? Because it's we're not compatible, with wickedness, man. We're not necessarily compatible with wickedness. So stuff like this kind of irks them, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. All right. But anyways, back to this. Okay, say ye to the righteous that it shall be well with him. All right, it shall be well with him. Why? Because this place is getting ready to be destroyed, man. All right, Yahweh Shem Yahshua is getting ready to destroy this place, and rightly so. Okay, for they shall eat the fruit of their doings. Right, and that's talking about the elect, going into the works. All right, and the faith and works, man. Okay, that's going to bring about salvation. All right, verse 11. Woe unto the wicked. Right, it shall be ill with him, for the reward of his hands shall be given him. Okay, now who's the wicked? It's talking about the so-called white man, Esau, Edom. All right, who allows stuff like this to happen, man. He allows stuff like this to happen. It's a queendom when a woman could get away with framing a man, all right, for the R word, okay, and not get any litigations. This is a queendom when you get a ticket for parking on the wrong sidewalk, all right, but a woman could what's it called, make you think that you're raising, put a baby on you that's not even yours, make you think that it's your baby, and then when you find out, she gets no litigations. And on top of that, I've heard that even then you still have to pay child support. It's a queendom, man. Unrighteous decrees. All right. And matter of fact, the scriptures talk about that. All right, so the book of Isaiah, chapter 10 and 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decree. So woe, destruction. Okay, hey, these devils are going to be destroyed, man. They're doing too much, way too much. From the alphabet community all the way to, the women usurping authority over men. The women encompassing the men, which we're going to bring that out at the end. All right, they doing way too much, man. They trying to erase history, rewrite history. They doing way too much. And the right grievousness, which they have prescribed. Exactly. These things are grievousness, man. All right. What I listed with the situation with the, fraternity fraud. That's what it should be called, man. Fraternity fraud or paternity fraud, something like that. Paternity fraud, where they have a baby with some other dude, right? And then they put the baby on you and make you think it's your baby, and then you find out that it's not your baby, right? She should be held accountable for that. It should be litigations for that, because that's what it is, paternity fraud or whatever, But here it is. Esau doesn't let them he doesn't give no accountability for their actions. Okay, and that's what makes this place a metropolis, a queendom. All right. What does it say? And that right grievousness which they have prescribed, right? And something like that, paternity fraud, is grievousness, man. Complete grievousness. It's something that should not be allowed. It's something that should be a crime. For all the resources and time and effort that a man has put into a child that's not his. And how do they use to justify this and let this get away? Through emotions, man. But let something happen to Esau, right? Let something. There's no justifying it, man. There's no justifying. Here it is. This devil done stole this man from the so-called Native American Indians and the so-called Latinos. Done kidnapped the so-called Negroes and brought them over here on slave ships. What about that? So that goes to show this devil ain't in the right spirit, man. Okay. But let me see. All right, let's finish up with this. All right, Isaiah chapter 3, verse 11. Woe unto the wicked, it shall be ill with him, for the reward of his hands shall be given him. All right, and as the scripture says, Proverbs 11 and 21, though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not prosper. Or let me see what it says. Let me get it exactly. All right, Proverbs, hold on, no, not this one. 11 and 21. All right, what does it say? Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished. There we go. All right, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. Yeah, Israel's going to be delivered, man. All right, you so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, all right, the elect that's amongst us, and the one-third remnant, all right, we're gonna be delivered. Lord willing, we're of that number. We're gonna be delivered, man. Okay, but what's up with the wicked? Though hand join in hand, and who does that include? It includes you 2/3 Israelites, all right, these heathens, okay, but primarily you 2/3, man. All right, this woman's not gonna make it. You can clearly see she looks down on her own people, man. If she is a Northern Kingdom, which it's a high possibility that she is, all right, you could clearly see that she looks down on her own people, and she has her last name is Brown. She probably married an Edomite, man. She probably married an Edomite, and it was all through his wallet, so to speak, his finances that she was even able to get this position of being a fucking bed wench. You know what I'm saying? And here she got the nerve to come, to where Issachar is serving labor, to where Issachar is serving out his sentence, so to speak, right? And look down on them and act like she the head honcho. Hey man, it's things in the world that Yahweh Shemi Hawashai does not delight in, man. And this is one of them. Okay? This is one of them. Because she's supposed to be in the house. She's not supposed to be with a heathen, period. And that's extrapolation. You know what I'm saying? But that's, something that is most likely the case, seeing as most of these, most of our women like to step out to be, with these with the base of men, So it is what it is, man. Hey, she's not gonna make it. At least she repent. All right, but Isaiah chapter 3 and 11, which, hey, man, that might not even be likely. Okay, that might not even be likely. She got me pissed off with this, man. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it's all, in the will and power of Yahweh Shemi Hawashai. But it's not likely, man. And I hope it doesn't happen. All right. But Isaiah chapter 3, verse, let me see. I'm gonna read it again. Isaiah 3 and 11. Woe unto the wicked, it shall be ill with them. Right. Ill. Okay. It's gonna be evil. Evil things are gonna happen. Evil. The word evil goes into bad times. She's gonna see really bad times. Women like her are going to see really bad times, primarily those of our nation, primarily those of our people. All right. They're going to see really, really, really bad times, man. OK, that beauty is going to be their curse in Jacob's trouble. All right. Continuing on, and it reads, let me see. For the reward of his hands shall be given him. Right. Hand joined in hand. You know what I'm saying? Hey, and that goes for all these 2/3, man. All these sellouts. All these jakes that's in that wicked ass, left hand field vibration in all levels. All right, they're gonna be destroyed, man. All right, at least they repent. Verse 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors. Right. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. And that's true. Is this not an example of that? Right. They gotta go bust their ass just so she could come around, look all pretty. And fucking call shots. Oh, get it done quicker. How long is this gonna be done? Oh, it's gonna take 2 days. Do you think you could do it by tomorrow? I find more bitter than death the woman. All right, but anyways, continue on, and it reads, "Oh my people, and women rule over them. All right, oh my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err and destroy the way of thy paths." Right, because even though this is completely off, you're still gonna have dudes that's just not in the right spirit, man. Dudes that are in a complete left field spirit that will see no problem with this. Matter of fact, they'll promote this. Hey, you got certain fathers that would rather see their daughters like this instead of being wives. Especially amongst the Northern Kingdom, and I'm sure the Southern Kingdom has that example as well. But you got certain dudes out there that would rather see women like this. Yeah, my woman's what the fuck is the word? And I forgot the word that they use, especially amongst the so-called Mexicans. You know what I'm saying? But they got this word, man. I forgot what it was. But basically, a shot caller, like someone that's like a boss, you know, that's, hey, man, completely out of order, man. And ultimately no respect for the men who carries the seed, That's one thing, about the tribes, man. All this, condoning and allowing, the women to step out of them, they don't fuck themselves up. All right, pardon my French, but they don't mess themselves up because now without, you know what I'm saying, a lot of women, how are you going to carry out your legacy? Even in a worldly sense, they're just, there's no wisdom in the tribes, man. There's no wisdom amongst Israel, man. How you going to let your woman step out on you and then put in a bigger position than you and then take orders from her? How? Doesn't make no sense, man. Something that one needs to be ashamed of. So lucky, any Issacharite brothers watch this, man. But this is embarrassing for Issachar, man. This is highly embarrassing. Okay? Highly embarrassing, man. All right? You know what I'm saying? But let me not lean on this too much. The scripture says, let not the sun go down on your wrath. All right? Hey, at the end of the day, as mad as we get, we sin not. And because we understand that Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is going to send out the judgment. And he does send out the judgments. Okay? He does send out the judgments. Judgments is happening. A lot of judgment is happening on you Northern Kingdom women, man. A lot of judgment. All right? You look at the news, some chick found in the field. It's crazy, man. They're getting, murdered left and right. Starting with that one, Issacharite, or Northern Kingdom. I don't know if she was Issachar, whatever tribe she was. Northern Kingdom. Military, a woman that was in the army. They found her, basically chopped up, some cartel type stuff, but she was in the army. They did some cartel type stuff to her, man. And they found her in different places, or maybe in the same place, but she was chopped up, man. Judgment is happening on you so-called Latinas and Native American women. All right. But let's get this. Oh, my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err, and that they have destroyed thy ways. Let's talk of thy paths, right? Because of all this, leniency, all this go along to get along, all this condoning wickedness, man. Okay. Now let's go to the last scripture. All right, then we're gonna close out. All right, so the book of Jeremiah, chapter 31, verse 22. And it reads, how long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For Yahweh Shem Yahushua hath created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man. Okay? And the meaning of this is that a woman, all right, is gonna have more power than the man. As it was written in the book of Isaiah chapter 3, as we just read. And women shall rule over them. It's the same thing here. What does it say? Jeremiah 31 and 22. How long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? Because, you tribes are backsliding, man. All right, let me get that out the way. But you tribes are backsliding, man. How could you? This is another example of backsliding. Okay, because really the power, comes from the man. All right, and really it starts at the mind. Okay, because it's the mind and the heart of you tribes that's polluted, man. Okay, because if you were in the right spirit, no matter how much, you know what I'm saying, no matter how much leniency Esau would have, you would not allow this. You do, through subtlety, you would not allow this. You know what I'm saying? You'd have ways to sort this out. Shoot, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say that. Something just crossed my mind. It's a little carnal, but you know what I'm saying? It's just another example of backsliding. But anyways, Jeremiah 31 and 22. How long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For For Yahweh Hashem Yahushua hath created a new thing in the earth, right? This here is a new thing, okay? Because since the ancient times, really all over the world, all right, in the majority of the world, women were in order. All right, you go to Moab, he got his woman in order. He had his woman in order, right? You go to Ishmael, to this day, they got their women in order. They all heard of the power, of course. You know, you go to the different places in the Middle East, whether they be Ishmael, Elam, Ashur, the Syrians, they got their women in order, man. Even in certain, so-called white civilizations, they had their women in order. Especially during, when they was being all Christian, with that Christian madness, but they still had their women in order. Look at how America was back in the day. The women were in the kitchen. It wasn't until now that they got all these rights and now they want to be, equal to men, which is completely, it's complete madness. That's a new age thing. Okay, the reason why is because they're a weaker vessel, man. They in the house. That's where they're protected by her husband. And the men in her life, might be the brothers and fathers, uncles, and so on and so forth. Things were much different back then, man. But let's continue on and it reads. Let me see. For Yahweh Hashem Yahushua created a new thing in the world. All right, a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man. Okay, and that's, we're gonna leave it off. All right, a woman shall compass a man. And when you go into the word compass, all right, the Hebrew word is sahab, all right, which means to turn. So like, let me see. Yeah, to encircle, all right, to encompass, surround, right? To be surrounded, and one of the words right here, I can't zoom into it. Okay, it means to beset or besiege. When you besiege something, it means that you wanna take it, like a city, so to speak. Or like the situation right now with the small hats and Palestine. They don't besiege Palestine. Why? Because they want to take it. And this is an example of that. In a less extreme fashion. They want that position of power that the men have. Okay, they want to be the shot caller. You see, it's not enough that they want to work and have jobs and be seen as equal to men. No, now they want to be in charge, in total rulership. And in certain TV shows, certain movies, certain things in the media, that depict certain societies like this. Okay, like you have that episode with Rick and Morty. It's a comedy show. It's pretty dumb, but it's still funny every now and then. It's a pretty funny show. But they have an episode where they go, to they're in the space or something. I don't know, and they come across this planet where the men have been, the male species of that planet is two genders in that planet, male and female. But they're like aliens or whatnot, and the male species of that planet, have been degraded and lessened into brute beasts, while the women, carry on this civilized, what I'm saying? No, not civilized, but what's it called? A very high technological civilization. A very sophisticated and highly technological society. And while the men are at the bottom, what's it called? Living as brute beasts. And the only reason why, and the women don't even deal with them directly. They send a robot down there to gather, the DNA so they could reproduce. So that's the type of, society that they, got on their minds. That they want to be, ruling over men, and men, bow down to women. But hey, man, Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson. All right, just have to, put that as a closing statement, with that example in Rick and Morty. But hey, man, Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson. All right, with that, I'm gonna say, call halal Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Ruach HaKodash. For giving me the spirit to do this lesson. Lord willing, it was edifying once again. All right, and with that, I'm gonna say shalom. On to the next.